Greetings, mercenaries, and welcome back to Starsector. In this series, I'll be joining the Luddic path and assisting them in enforcing the will of Lud throughout the galaxy. The goal is to construct and utilize a proper Pather-themed fleet throughout the run, colonize or otherwise secure a planet for myself, and then fight my way through all of the colony crisis events. As such, I will be looking to 1. Put safety overrides on everything, 2. Tune my officers and fleet doctrine to reckless and or aggressive, and 3. Collect and use Pather ships and low-tech ships in general to make the fleet. Hopefully, the pre-made intro has made everything clear and Editing Ducky did that properly. Now it is time to actually begin episode 1. We're going to start off straight into a new game. MODLIST for this run is down in the description, by the way, if you are wondering. I have left all of the mod settings on their defaults and not changed any of that if you're looking to play your very own sort of Pather run alongside mine. Let's look at all these green themed fellows. Oh, I think the guy in the mask, right? He's probably the perfect choice, the default choice. We will be John Pather. And turn off those help pop-ups and let's go in on Ironman mode. I will be skipping the base game's story just because I've done it a bunch of times. And I'm going to check off a few of the other quests here just so they don't trigger and distract me from the teachings of Lud. Other than that, not going to be messing with too much. Faction respawn turned to off. If someone gets eliminated, they get eliminated. Hopefully by us. Alright, and we're going to take the Luddic path start, which is marked hard. How hard? I'm not sure. I'll take the small combat fleet. We'll see what we can do with that. And we're going to begin at level 1 with the default 20,000 credits. As always, pretty standard stuff. Whenever I start, I always take navigation so that I have transverse jump unlocked and ready to go. Alright, and we're here. So first step, we're going to go over to the starting cache here, and we're going to take the Pather blueprint. So Pather blueprint for us, and nothing else. I think we'll just take the Pather blueprint. I think that's fair. So we have access to blueprints for Luddic path ships. There's the Janus device. And where do we start? Chalcedon. Perfect. The perfect place to start as a Pather. And wow, right off break. Okay, so there's expanded missile racks, which is going to be kind of the core of our early game. Ooh, solar shielding and other good stuff. We don't have the money, though. We really can't. The question is, where are the drugs? Because unlike a normal run, funding this fleet is going to be interesting. It looks like there's a surplus at Magic, so we're going to go straight in to everyone's favorite pastime, getting the goods at a discount and then selling them into a deficit. Since we've begun with a Cerberus, that should have some cargo space. Yeah, 100 cargo. More than enough to make this work. And how are our relations? Yep, kind of as expected. We are neutral with the church and the pirates, and that may be important relatively soon. We could at least shop at their markets if need be. Tag in here, trade goods, and black market. Give me as much of that as we can carry. We're gonna get rid of our heavy equipment. We don't need it, just more goods. And with that, we're basically out of cargo space. And fuel is at a deficit here, so we're not going to refuel here. I'm pretty sure we have enough fuel to get to, Epiphany. Or wait, no, Epiphany wasn't where our good point of sale was. Our good point of sale is Mercy or Volturn. Gross. Can we get down to Mercy from here? We can, but there's no easy way back. I bet you we could get more fuel at Sol, which is Luddic Church controlled right now, so we're gonna fly down and hope that works out, but not before I go and tag, the Magic Gate is active. Okay, never mind, that's fine. In which case, we are just going to fly straight down to Corpse Station. The goal early on here is basically to avoid combat, run whatever commodity needs to be run to whoever needs to buy it, until we can actually afford a proper fleet. We are probably going to receive a small stipend, from the path, which will help fund our activities. If I see a good mission from a contact, we'll take that, but not going to count on it. Whoa, okay, they are not actually attacking me. They're just emergency burning because there was a fleet nearby, and that fleet was us. And we are out of fuel, drifting toward the grav wall. Convenient. Oh no. Something is hostile in there. That I don't like. We don't really have a choice. Okay, we're here. This little fleet raiding the star system. Is that pirates? I mean, I guess we probably shouldn't anger the pirates. They are some of our only friends. Assume a neutral posture. Yeah, we'll leave them alone. Try and stay friendly to the pirates as long as we can. Alright, but there is the sweet discount goods. So that's some cash. Oh, there are hull mods, but we really shouldn't. Now, fuel is not on good sale here either. Honestly, nothing is. Nor do they have any relevant ships. Officers? They do have an officer. Nice and reckless with combat endurance. Perfect. Get him in the fleet. So, I think what we're going to do is try and buy fuel from the church. I don't actually know who controls this system. We might need to turn our transponder on as we approach. Okay, just in case, transponder on. Pop into the station here. Tell me you have fuel. Okay, they do have fuel. We're good. Is discounted. I think we will take it just to have a ship. More good. And while I'm here staring at the ships, I should probably make sure that everything is either safety overridden or has at least unstable injector built in. So override that mule, and let's see what we have that we can equip it with. Jackhammer torpedo pod, of course. Hammers, definitely. A point defense is for cowards. We're not going to worry about that. I think we're just going to put 2 light machine guns on it, 2 light dual machine guns on it, and call it a day. And maybe put expanded missile racks on it. Yeah, there we go. To kind of mitigate some of the problems that this fit is going to cause, we'll give it blast doors and bulkheads. Blast doors to reduce crew damage taken, bulkheads to make sure it's more recoverable. And with that purchase, let's actually go ahead and get a bit more crew and get repaired. 0.7 supplies per day, very nice. We don't really need more supplies then. So the other thing I'm going to do before I forget is go over to the command tab, go to Doctrine and Blueprints, and I'm going to go here to the aggression bar, which will, if I remember correctly, this will change how your fleet acts. It's also to set how your, like any fleets that you own but don't control would act, like if you had a colony. But this should make all of my ships act in this way, whatever you pick here. So mix of aggressive and reckless is what I want for now, just so that that mule and all my other ships will do their jobs. And we're going to actually put our reckless officer in to that mule for the moment. All right, let's get out of here. We have work to look for. Oh, look at all those little baby pather friends out and about. Good to see. Brothers and sisters of the path. Okay, but we still have goods to run. Let's go back to Magic, see how we do. If I see a very tiny merchant fleet or something that we can fight, I would like to do that, just to fit some combat in here at the start. But if not, so be it. A little drifting kite. We will add that. Does it have weapon slots? Oh no, that's the really old kite that doesn't even have weapons. We will not add that to our fleet. We're just going to loot that. No weapon slots, no good. Man, if that weren't a Luddic Church merchant fleet, we would attack it, because it only has 2 hounds, but it's friend, so we leave it. But yeah, haven't played a proper pirate kind of run in a long time, or a pather run. They're kind of similar in how they operate mechanically. So I am interested to see how this will go. Okay, that clears out the surplus of drugs, so we're going to basically be done profiteering from that after this run, unless there's another good surplus somewhere. Corlane, down in Taora. Where is Corlane? Where is Taora? That would be down there. I think that's a system that's added by San Batavia. It looks like it's entirely pirate-controlled, which could be really good for us, actually. Pirate haven of a system there. Kind of makes me wish I'd actually started a pirate run to take advantage of that stuff, but that will be the subject of another playthrough. I really should focus and try and finish things, huh? Alright, we are here. And those are 2 very cool hull mods that I'd like to have. Efficiency Overhaul and Shield Shunt is great. Converted Hangar high-res sensors are not as important. Oh no, there's no surplus. I autopiloted here out of habit, but this isn't where we need to sell. We know where we need to go. We need to go back down to Corpse Station. But yeah, if you're playing a purely unmodded game, Epiphany will usually have a need for these goods, but not today. All the big fleet bubbles all around. It's always a strange sensation to go start back over in a campaign and be tiny and vulnerable again. Ooh, what was that? Is that a little independent fleet all alone? It is a smuggler with just a Cerberus. How are you guys doing? Auto-resolve. I guess we'll auto-resolve just because it's probably not going to be terribly interesting. We can recover their Cerberus. It is low-tech, so it is valid for our fleet, and we're just actually going to keep chasing them because they should have... Oh god! Big fleet bubble right on top of us. Their cargo ships should have goods. I want their goods. There we go. Never mind, that smuggler wasn't smuggling anything. He had absolutely nothing. Well, we can at least mentor our officer so he gets more EXP, but that was wildly disappointing. We're gonna run out of fuel, aren't we? Yep. We are out of fuel again and drifting in, but that's okay. We made it. That's what counts. Please tell me you guys still need these. Yes, they do still want the drugs. Okay, bam. Have some metal too while I'm here. Add our new Cerberus to the fleet. Safety override him. Mining blaster, good. Nail gun, he doesn't need any rear guns or point defense, he'll be fine. Blast doors efficiency overhaul, reinforced bulkheads, let's go. And maybe unstable injector for even more speed. That's fine by me. And if there were ordnance points to spare, which there are on my ship, the enforcer we were given to start with is not quite to my liking. This could probably be improved further, because there's nothing in these medium gun slots. So we already have the 2 heavy machine guns. Let's tear those annihilators off of there. I prefer something more bursty. Let's go for some mining blasters. And what do we have? Harpoons, hammers, not really a lot of options. Okay, put those annihilators back on. I guess we'll use them. Or maybe it's better to just have some ordnance points, because I want efficiency overhaul for me. And probably blast doors is a smart idea, just given that we're going to probably end up hull tanking. That should work well, and I'm going to go ahead and take the group with the mining blasters and make that something that I fire manually. And exactly what we needed, a mission. Find out what the rakish man is doing. Yeah, run a package all the way up there. Of course we will. Let's go grab some fuel, and we'll go do that. Since we are now out of cash to smuggle drugs with, or rather we're out of surplus in the galaxy to smuggle, we're not out of cash. Ignore me, I'm very awake. Oh no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn the transponder, oh no. Oh, you want to scan me? I'm not carrying anything bad, we're friends, I swear. Okay, so now we know the Luddic Church controls the system, which is good for us, because we're friends, but I need to not get in trouble. Kind of important. Alright, I've grabbed fuel, grabbed supplies. Do we have the range to do our accepted mission? Not really. We're going to need to resupply somewhere along the way, which is fine, or we're going to need to pick up something that'll carry fuel while we're here. I guess we'll take the crummy old dram, which I'm not going to safety override my logistics ships. They shouldn't be in combat, ideally, but okay. And does that get us the fuel range we need? Probably. We'll still just stop somewhere for a smidge of fuel, but we're gonna make it. Or we'll need to return to, like, the northern part of the core worlds. Okay, let's go do our dead drop, and hope nothing bad happens. Yep, the slow flight toward our destination. Because it's the early game, and supplies are limited, and our ships are kind of not very durable. Not taking any chances with hyperspace storms. Just using the go dark maneuver to go through them, and then going back to extended burn, and then back to go dark, as needed. Ooh, something drifting, warning beacon, and a kite with some survey data. Nice. Okay, so that class 5 survey data, that's kind of big at this stage. That's 30k credits. And if we sell it to a faction, it should increase the rate at which they attempt to do, like, colonizing and stuff ever so slightly. So I might try and take that to the Luddic Church. Okay, here we are. Let's get in and hope that there's not an enemy fleet waiting for us. Nope, just a little tiny sleeping remnant fleet, all as well. Go here, drop off the thing. That's our payment with the pirates, very nice. And what's floating out here? A tiny little mud skipper with 1 heavy machinery. Oh, my soul, that's very disappointing. Okay, and nothing else really here. Let's just transverse out and head back to civilization. All of our money. It's kind of interesting that the people that you transport the dead drop for instantly know and pay you the moment you drop it off. Like, we're outside of comm relay range. How would they know? The gameplay-wise, it doesn't matter too much, but lore-wise, I have questions. Okay, our fuel range is very limited, but we do have enough. We could go back to Chalcedon or toward any other kind of independent port. Quarus and so on, all are open to us. Doesn't matter too much where I go. I think we'll go toward Lost Metropolis, just as kind of something near the middle. Or actually, you know, it's kind of silly, but we could just go to Prism Freeport. That would be a safe option. A safe option that should have fuel and supplies that are not in deficit, so we can keep flying. And with our 190k, it would be a good time to look at buying another enforcer, hiring officers if we can, and building out the fleet. Ooh, what do we have here? Ooh, a tiny little trade fleet. They have 2 brawlers and a vigilance. We have... I think we can take them. Let's intercept their path here. Get it? Pathers. Intercepting. Oh no, I've flown poorly. Okay, E-burn after them. Get them. Get them. Come here. Gotcha. Nice. Alright, finally some actual pather time. Obviously, we go in, we kill them. That's the whole plan. We burn drive very quickly, try and overwhelm them Just like that. Perfect. Mining blaster him. Yes, there we go. Drop the shields. Perfect. Okay, rotate, and we'll just go for the next one. This is that thing where if I wanted to sweat, I probably could solo this in the Enforcer. Probably. Go, my warriors. Go, go, go. I'll focus on the Brawler. I think he's the more dangerous of the two. But I'm gonna have to burn drive again to even get close. Come here. Yep. Drop that shield and get blastered. Blaster him again. Okay, nice, nice, nice. And it just turned deal with the vigilance. There we go. Cracked. Very nice. The enemy is defeated, leaving... Well, are there remaining ships? Did they send their ships in? Oh, they did. Get their ships. Full assault. Get the Colossus. Get the Buffaloes. Get all of them. Oh, I got turned around because I hit the Buffalo. No. Looks like he flamed out, though. Chase him. I thought I was going to have to do a second engage or hope that the auto-resolve would fix it, but no, this is great. This is great for us. Yeah, throw those hammers. Yeah. Take him down. Perfect. Go for the Buffalo. Nope, don't you burn away. No, get back here. Give me your stuff. Okay, that one got away. That's okay. We'll pursue. I actually don't have a ton of experience running ships down myself, so we're gonna take command of the action here. We're gonna give this a try and send in maybe just me. Oh yeah, we'll do me from the bottom, and then the Cerberus and the Kite from one from each side. Cerberus on left, Kite on right, and we'll kick on full assault again. So I'm pretty sure I can catch him with burn drive. Let me burn drive. There we go. But this is something I should probably get used to doing, just so that I'm not relying on the auto resolve all the time, because we can probably get more efficient results by, you know, personally piloting our way into these. So there we go. That's the whole fleet cracked. Recover our Cerberus. They don't really have, because remember, we're only playing low-tech ships, so unless I want one of the logistics ships, there's nothing else valid for me to take there. The restrictions of the run. All they had was metal and fuel. What a lame trader. Man, you had no goods? Well, you know what? We leveled up, so that was still value, right? Unlucky, John Pather. But I think given what I'm doing for the playthrough, I know that I want derelict ops. I know that I'd like some points in personal combat. We may not keep the technology point. I think what I will do is take maybe salvaging, just for resources. Make our life a little easier, since it's going to be kind of hard to buy large quantities of fuel and supplies easily, just because most markets in the game are going to be shooting us on sight, right? Ooh, big Lion's Guard detachment. Do not want. Oh man, I know what I need. I need a Gremlin with some Reapers. That way we can actually, like, deal with a capital ship, even though our fleet's really tiny and kind of weak, you know? So these are independents. We don't really care if they hate us in the end. We'll just sell the stuff on the black market. Grab the insulated engines. Probably don't have a use for augmented drive field. And we'll clean out the black market of some of its goods while we're here. How many supplies to finish repairs? 11. Okay. What do we have around for sale? What do you got that's low tech? Not a lot, honestly. Got any officers? No. Got anything fun at the bar? No. Well then, let's have a look here. So if we don't have any officers, what I do have is I have story points. And I'm currently experimenting with the philosophy of not holding back story points. Like, might as well use them for benefit. So we're going to make the Enforcer, we're not going to story point either of those hull mods. Strip the capacitors, grab armored weapon mounts for increased rate of fire once it's S-modded, so we can shoot more. I think we'll grab aux thrusters as well, so that we can maneuver better. Bam. Those are going to be our S-mods there. For the Mule, less concerned, because long-term he's not going to be in the fleet, but we're going to use what we have. We'll do blast doors and expanded racks. So I kind of expect him to explode. Efficiency overhaul, insulated engine assembly. Nothing wrong with armored weapon mounts. He really doesn't need any points in flux stats other than any overflow. All right, there we go. So now we're running with no story points, no retries, and we're a little better than we once was. I would like to fill up on fuel while we're here. I think there are supplies in the black market we could grab. Check to make sure any of the drugs are in business again, as is domestic goods. Armaments are good for selling if we could get any cheaply, which not right here we can't. So there is a surplus of Marines on Quarus. I'm kind of tempted to go take. Chalcedon also needs Marines. Let me have a look here. If there's anything else Chalcedon needs that we could bring, that would be good. So let's grab these 22 Marines. We are actually, because we do have a ton of money, we're going to go to Chalcedon and see if we can pick up some proper Pather ships. That's my hope. All right, we're in. Tag in here, repair. Ooh, they do still have expanded mags, and converted fighter bay. Grab both of those. Check the black market. Missile autoloader, hardened shields, point defense, not anything I'm too excited to get. And we'll just sell those Marines into the deficit. That makes us a couple K. No, they do not have any Eradicators, unfortunately. They do, however, they have that Gremlin with 5D mods. There's a Vanguard, which is kind of nice, and there's this Gremlin. So let's take the Gremlin, the Vanguard, and this Mulligan. All good ships to have. And what they do have for sale here is an excess of crew. Bodies for the path. Okay, there are no Reapers here, but there are hammer torpedoes. I can work with those. And not really much for guns, that's okay. We're just going to give this bad boy expanded missile racks and blast doors, and basically call it a day. We might as well insulate the engines and give it efficiency overhaul while we're at it, and a bunch of other hull mods, because again, we're not going to use flux capacity for much. Okay, so that's going to be what I'll use if I need to try and take down a capital ship. We'll need to find some Reapers to put on him, though. And this Vanguard. Of course, it needs to be safety overridden. And then, we don't really have anything for sale here except machine guns. So machine guns is what it gets. Machine guns in every ballistic slot, and hammers in every non-ballistic slot. Hilarious. Throw a ton of hull mods onto it, and yeah, that's it. And then the Mulligan. The Mulligan is basically like a destroyer-sized gremlin from the Hazard Mining Incorporated mod. Or not a destroyer-sized gremlin, sorry, a destroyer-sized Grendel. It has accelerated ammo feeder, and it likes to shoot guns good. I think we're going to load it with some Sabos, Thumper, and we are out of hull mods. We are out of ordnance points. Oof, that's actually really steep. We can't put very many guns on this thing. Heavy machine gun, heavy mortar, and then it's out of ordnance points. Oof. Light machine gun, not enough to fill up all the weapon slots. So we'll see how that does. That's kind of unfortunate. But it has rugged construction, it can be safety overridden, it's probably going to do just fine as fleet filler. Ooh, we have a contact that I started with. She has some missions. Data core swap, oh, that's way far away. Smuggling operation, no. SpySat deployment, yeah, all the mission types that, like, make me cry inside. They require being undetected. 150 units of food that need to be moved? Sure, we'll take that food. Is there a surplus of food here? Kind of. The pirates do need food. I guess we're running food for a minute. While I keep looking for an Eradicator, let's head for Garnier, ladies and gentlemen. And if we see an opportunity along the way to make some more credits for the path, we will. Alright, we are here over the Gravwell. In we go. Nice and dark, nice and safe. Okay. Tag into the pirate planet, and yes, there is a food deficit. Drop all that in on the black market. That nets us 20k. Converted hangar might be useful. Ballistic rangefinder might be useful. Escort package will also have its place later. Let's grab all three of those. And check for ships. Oh, whole lot of nothing. Big sad. Officers? None. Work? Not much. It's a hard life being a pather. And yet, there is an opportunity. If we were to haul these volatiles all the way to bauxite, they would sell back for double. And that might be just the kind of thing we need. So let's grab all their volatiles and some of their black market supplies. That is an investment of almost all of our credits. Actually, I bought too many volatiles, but that's okay. We'll find a way. What's this? Hegemony Mercantile Convoy delivering ore, transplutonic ore. More importantly, they have a venture that we might be able to make use of. So if they're in our path, yeah, perfect. They are lined up. Let's go talk to them. And by talk, I mean attack. Don't like that 44% battle difficulty. We're going to find out and see how we get along here. The goal with the Gremlin is to take down the Venture, or the Mule. So let's put an engage order on that Mule and go fast. Or an engage order on that Venture and go fast. Pop the decoy flares for the Salamanders. Ow. Okay, that's 2 guns disabled. That's no good. Ooh, our allies force you shield one way. We'll shoot those in. No, he blocked them. Okay, stick to him. Put a kill order on him. Pop out of phase. Throw him again. He blocked. That bastard. You can't block us all, man. Okay, now throw. Good, there we go. That punches off the armor on the side. Perfect, perfect. Throw again. So we're running out of combat readiness on this thing. Waiting for the hammer tube to repair. And shoot. Oh no, we hit the mining pod with the hammer. Okay, that's fine. So let's go hop into our Enforcer. Watch our fleet carefully here. I think they can do it. Yeah, overloaded. Perfect. Come on, boys. Shoot them up. Shoot them up, Mulligan. Throw all those hammers. There you go. Nice. Okay. And with him gone, we are going to be just fine. We're still in the command shuttle. Okay, now we're in the Enforcer. Good. So let's just go for that mule, and then we're going to be just fine. That'll be all their big ships dead. Oh, or maybe we'll end up dueling this hound. That's fine too. Ooh, he does pretty good damage. Ballistic mastery. Okay, I'm just going to trust auto fire here. Yeah, to do that. Perfect. And we'll back off and let those reload. Okay, we're just going to go toward our team. Leave that hound behind. Let's stay focused. Our mule, oh, it still has hammers. It's just not using them. Come on, everyone, let's go. Need y'all to finish this. Nope, focus. Focus on the eliminate target. Finish that mule. Come on, boys. You still have hammers in your tubes. Don't quit yet. Okay, full assault. And let's get in and work on hounds. Good. That's one down. Turn for the next one. The one with the officer is real rough. Okay, they are marked defeated. Of course, we're going to go for as many of them as we can. I don't think our ships are going to have the CR for another engage. So if I can burn drive and catch one, I will, but we'll see. Hounds are... Oh no, my vanguard. Hounds are very... Yeah, they're gone very fast. Okay, claim victory. Take the auto-resolve, because I'm not sure that our ships, if piloted, could succeed here. And that's all of them down. They didn't drop the Venture, unfortunately. So my main reason for attacking them has come to nothing. And of course, they don't have too much in the way of sales. The guns, though, look at all the guns. That's really good. And that's a level up because we were outmatched there and we won. So that's good for us. Alrighty. I think we definitely are going to want impact mitigation and helmsmanship. Let's get impact mitigation first for our one officer. And then for me, you're going to go for polarized armor. Alright, so that was a good victory. I am mostly out of time, but I do want to try and run these volatiles down to bauxite in the obsidian system. So let's try and get down there to try and get our big paycheck, big merchant profit, and that'll be a good note to end the first episode on. We actually got into some more interesting combat than I thought we would. I am quite pleased, mostly with how that last fight went. Took more losses than I would have liked, but we are very low level, very no officers, very much not a good selection of guns in our cargo bay yet, so a win is a win. Alright, and we are almost to the target. Let's drop in right on the sun. See how that goes. Mercenary squads, Tritac world. Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't go in with transponder on. Pursuing privateer. Okay, lots of little faction fights going on in here. Let's just be sneaky. Ooh, Pathers going in on that little independent fleet. I'm not, again, I would if I had more time, but not right now. So let's drop those volatiles. That's 120k profit. That's good. I'm going to throw away the transplutonic ore as well. Just, okay, we cannot resupply and refuel here. There's way too high of a cost for that. Looks like the only thing that they're selling... Ooh, they need 1,000 units of drugs. Dang, okay. The only thing they're selling is domestic goods. Are they selling any cool ships? Not really, honestly. There is the mining frigate. Do they have an officer I could hire? Only a mercenary officer. I do have 4 story points. You know what? I'll take a mercenary. Oh, he's steady, though. Lame. I mean, it would only be temporary and is an advantage. Ah, man. I think we're going to take him. Ah, but I can't. 20k credits? Yeah, nah. If he were reckless or aggressive, if he fit the theme, I'd do it. But he don't. So instead, we are going to S-mod a few more of our ships. I really don't think the mulligan is going to work out just due to the ordnance point constraint. I may actually just scuttle him. I don't think he's gonna make the cut, make the grade. So instead of him, we could run a barber and some Luddic path hounds. Those are something. They have safety overrides built in. So we'll just put them on Lud's holy auto-fit and then edit that auto-fit because it didn't do what I wanted. Blast doors, a necessity for keeping this fleet cheap for now. Alright, there we go. That is all I have time for. I'm not going to unpause just in case. Oh no, oh man. They have a venture and they barely have anything to defend it. Screw it. We're doing one more. I'll make time. We're doing one more fight. Take command of the action. Let's go. I think we'll be good with just those 5 ships. I'll deploy my enforcer if need be. Oh, they are disengaging. Okay. In that case, deploy some ships from the side and mark the Revenant for death. Mark them all, actually. Just mark them all. It's fine. So because of the nature of the disengage fight, we are probably not going to get to deploy the enforcer and get it across the field in time. So for now, we are going to destroy the Revenant. That's going to make us cash. And then we'll go for the venture. I've actually never had a Revenant on the field before. Can it phase? Does it do anything interesting? Oh, it can phase. It can phase. Good to know. I'm not gonna spend... I might spend like 1 hammer. Oh yeah, that was worth it. Perfect. Okay, and then we're just going to grab everyone, tag the Venture as our next target, and try and bring him down. Because again, I would like any kind of cruiser I could get my hands on at this stage. Okay, let's drift to the side. We'll just phase through our own Cerberus, get in close, hit him from like 3 sides with all the team's hammers. He can't block them all. Okay, and now we'll just contribute our light autocannon until he die. As our autocannon immediately malfunctions when I say that. Of course it does. Yep, just cut him apart. Death of 1,000 hammers and light machine guns. That's the spirit, boys. There you go. It dropped the Revenant. Really? Not the Venture? Okay, well, my terrible luck continues to hold. That is combat EXP, but dang it. Okay, let's just drop off these goods. Curses. Okay, that is definitely all I have time for, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you've enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next one, friends. More Pather episodes to continue. Ducky out. Have a wonderful day.